being a part of this maiden edition of the BAT show that's talking about the BC Akbaida talk show. I am BC Akbaida. The BAT show is a weekly magazine program that will air on AIT, that's the African Independent Television, and other online media platforms. It's a freestyle language program aimed at promoting the social, economic, and political development of the South and Nigeria. And on today's edition, we will be discussing the rate of divorce and possible solutions. This topic has become very important because family is the bedrock of every society. And if we must have a good society, that means that we must ensure that our families are doing just well. In 2016, official statistics suggest that the dissolution of marriage in Nigeria was quite uncommon, that about 0.2% of men and 0.3% of women had legally dissolved their marriage nationwide. However, there is no doubt that the above statistics is inapplicable in present times. According to a report in 2018, separation rates in Nigeria recorded about 14% increase between 2016 to 2018. These statistics mirrors a rather negative trend. In another report published in 2018, a total of 3,000 divorce cases were recorded in Badagry, Lagos State. And in 2019, a report titled "Despairing the High Rates of Divorce in Nigeria," in Kano State alone had over 1 million registered divorce cases. More so, in a news report, it was learned that a visit to the Social Development Secretariat in the Federal Capital Territory, that's the Federal Capital Development Authority, FCDA, revealed that a total of 20 to 30 cases of divorce are reported in one of the offices. That's daily now. This shows that over 2,000 divorce cases were filed between the year 2019 and 2020. That's quite interesting, with an average of 30 cases being entertained every day, even as the courts is trying hard to reconcile couples through arbitration panels. Findings further revealed that the figure is higher at the customary courts, the alkali and the Sharia courts within the Federal Capital Territory. All right, sitting here with me today is a leadership coach and relationship expert. Together we'll be discussing the high rate of divorce, and we will attempt to find solutions to some of these challenges. We'll be right back after the break. You're still on to the BAT show.
Wow. Good day, everyone. So Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. My name is Dr. Dan. I'm here, so excited to introduce to us Upland Bay Estate. You can see it, end of year promo deal. It is beautiful. It is our latest estate development. It is located in Karishi. Karishi is just few minutes away from the city center here in Abuja. It's a fantastic piece of property. It's a very good land, ready to be developed. It's third road all the way from the city center to Karishi. If you're driving from the regular route, between 30 to 45 minutes, you're at the location. And there's another cut now, a shorter cut from Apo, where you can access it within, say, 20 minutes. You know, the road is still under construction. Upland Bay Estate is a home of luxury and taste and style that houses different prototypes of houses, 3 major prototypes of houses. This end of year promo we're introducing to you now, we have 300 square meters, we have 450 square meters, and then we have 700 square meters. The 300 square meters, if you're Lagosian, it is 100 by 30 in size, and that is the prototype to house a 2-bedroom bungalow. It's a detached bungalow with boys' quarters. And that is going for 1 million naira under this end of year promo. 1 million naira only. With 1 million naira, you own a piece of land within the Upland Bay Estate Karishi. It is very, very interesting. It is very, very affordable and it's a good deal. And we also run a spread payment. We can spread the payment for you across 1 year. The cost implication of that is 20% on the value of 1 million. So if you have the comfort of spreading your payment through 12 months, 12 calendar months, if you may. And then we have 3-bedroom bungalow with a boys' quarter as well, selling for 1.5 million naira. The square meter area there is 450 square meter, which is 100 by 45, if you may. I mean, that size is big enough for you to build a duplex, but we decided to give it to our customers, big enough land for the bungalow. And then we have the duplex land as well. It is 700 square meters, which is 100 by 70, as if you may, and that would house a 4 or 5 bedroom duplex and a boys' quarter. It is beautiful, it's exquisite. That 700 square meter is going for 2 million naira under this promo sales. We're running a 50% promo sales, and that is the value we're selling to you under this Christmas, New Year, end of year promo sales. And once you make your payment, we have lots of other gift items we can give to you. We will give to you as part of our end of year appreciation promo to all our customers. We have goats, we have Pampers, we have bag of rice, we have oils, we have all manner of Christmas and New Year items that we know that yourself and your family would need. So call us right away, we'll offer you or give you your location, and then you become a part of us at the Upland Bay Estate, Karishi. Thank you very much. I wish you Merry Christmas and a happy, prosperous New Year in advance as we join our own efforts with yours to make your dreams this Christmas period and Yuletide season fruitful. Thank you once again, and God bless.
All right, thank you so much for staying tuned. Thank you so much for staying with us. Sitting here with me is Reverend Victor Attenaga. He is the senior pastor, Simply Worship International. It's good to have you, sir.
Thank you.
Reverend Victor Attenaga is a relationship expert, a leadership coach, and he is a counselor and a voice therapist. It's nice to have you on the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, thank you so much for coming. In the intro, we had discussed the high rate of divorce in Nigeria, and it's quite alarming to know that within a pace of about 10 years or less, everything has changed. Before now, you don't even get to hear anything about divorce. But talking about from 2016 to date, divorce has actually risen tremendously. What could be the reason for this? Before we begin to even talk about what divorce is and what could the likely cause would be, but what do you think might be the reason for this?
There is this trend of globalization, where the cultures are getting interwoven into one another because of the power of the internet. The travel rate has increased, awareness have increased, people that have been having some challenges are beginning to wanting to get a voice to express themselves from the backdrop of a traditional life, marriage life of oppression, depression and all. This trans culture has its good side and its bad side, but I think the major cause is a change of orientation due to mixed culture, due to the influence of the internet and globalization.
Okay, what would be the role of feminism in the divorce rate we have right now? Because when you talk about culture, those are some of the cultures actually that crept in.
Yes, they are the new ones that are emerging. I don't have problem with femalehood or womanhood. I have problem with the concept that people drive today on feminism. Feminism tend to usurp the authority that God has put on planet Earth to a very great degree. And you hear when these ladies talk, they talk like people that have been in bondage and ready to break out. Now, you don't break out from an error and create another error. In every system, somebody must be in charge. And the person, by the literal biblical laws of leadership, is not supposed to be in charge with a sense of subjugation. It's supposed to be in charge with a sense of responsibility and a heart of service for the powerful line of influence. So when feminism comes into play, you see them talk down on the male gender. You see them talk down on masculinity. That's another trend that is up now. There is this trend of masculinity that is out there, that is crazy. I think I did one recording for our manship program. And it's a big challenge these days. The extreme for feminism, the extreme for masculinity. What works is the balance. Naturally, in a home, the man is the head. Not the head as the boss, but the head who is responsible for the final output of decision in the family. But it can never work alone without the influence of the wife. As a matter of fact, in the book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 21, the Bible says that submit you one to another. And the way it's taught is this, that I lean on my wife in the area of her strength, and she leans on me in the area of my strength. Side by side, we win our wars.
So where does religion come up in this whole thing? Because now you just quoted scripture. I'm sure it's not just Christians that get married. We have unbelievers who also get married. Do they have a right to happily ever after?
Now, when we say religion, I don't like the term religion, because the term religion is defined as bondage. I don't like the term religion. Before you will understand the essence of a thing, you need to understand why it was made. Marriage is not man's idea. Marriage is God's idea. If you check it out, Nigeria, for example, most parts in Africa, you find divorce not well celebrated, apart from maybe around South Africa and all those places. Places like Nigeria. Why? The predominant religious bodies are Christianity, Islam, then the traditional. None of these celebrate divorce. So you can be dying and being inside. You can because they don't celebrate it literally. So that's why I say it's not a man's concept. It was designed by God for man. And the best way to understand it is to understand what was God's original intention. I don't care the kind of books you read. I don't care the kind of philosophies you try to bring into it. If it doesn't match with the manufacturer's manual, your philosophy will be faulty in the end.
Okay, so where is the manual? Because I'm sure somebody is asking right now.
The manual is the Bible. It's the Bible.
No, but if you're going to say that, then indirectly what you're trying to say is, for those that don't know God or that don't have access to the Bible, they can have a good relationship or a good marriage.
You asked me, where do we get the manual? And I just showed you.
Okay.
Now, this manual had lived with man, printed or unprinted, for at least 6,000 years to 7,000 years. That's talking about after the fall of man in the book of Genesis, quoting from the Bible. Now, looking at that, you will notice that there is a trend that is universal about this marriage issue. And that trend is that the man is the head, the wife is his second in command, or let me use the word co-head. Even in India, where you have the women pay the groom price for the man is still the head. If you turn it the other way around, there will be chaos. Like I said, I speak from the point of an enlightened man, not just a religious person. Somebody ought to be in charge of the sheep, not with the sense of subjugation. Everybody bow down to me, but with the sense of responsibility of service. I don't believe in marriage where the woman can't breathe. She has voice just as the man has a voice. But the final decision taken by the man. That's why if anything happens, God will always ask the man, what happened in your home?
Okay, as a relationship expert, I'm sure you must have had opportunity to counsel a few couple. what is the major reason for divorce?
Back to where I started from. This sense of globalization, new trend in civilization, has its good side and has its bad side. If we take to masculinity, we would destroy the home. If we take to feminism, we will destroy the home. We have to create a balance. That I, the man, am the head. My wife is the co-head. And together, we must put our heads together to make our family work. That's one. The number two reason why divorce rate is high is that many people who go into marriage don't know anything about marriage.
Okay.
I can bet you over 50% of men that are married that you see today, ask them why they got married. They'll tell you, I'm old enough. Who told you age is the factor? It's a major factor. I'm old enough, my friends are getting married. Just do, maybe you're a journalist, do a random interview. You will see that. Many of them. I've interviewed many married men, and they tell me, when I start telling them the purpose of marriage, they're like, do you know, nobody ever told me this before I got married. Yeah, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years in marriage. And now they've been having crises repeatedly. They wonder why. It's because you don't understand the essence of marriage. So you're taking marriage instructions from unmarried people or people who are also struggling with their own marriage. Group of friends cannot make marriage work. It's right ideology that makes marriage work. Cooperation between couples that make marriage work. So you hear one say, if my wife talks to me anyhow, I kick her out of the house. Then he will go home now. The wife that he has been respecting will be waiting for the wife to press the wrong chord so that he will not react like that his friend. Or not to him, that his friend does the chores in his house. And he's just pretending. So we all need to have an idea. Marriage is for this purpose. Number one is for companionship. Number two, it is for procreation. Number three is for raising godly seeds for the next generation. Number four, it is for you fulfilling destiny. Nobody should get married and die, but we should get married and become greater. We should become stronger and better. As a matter of fact, marriage brings about the improvement of who we are as individuals and collectively. Now, when we do not have this idea, we'll start having competition, we'll start having selfishness and jealousy. Just imagine a man who is jealous of his wife's success. That's crazy. That's crazy. Nobody ought to be in any form of competition. If I was wrong 10 times yesterday, and you've only been wrong once in 10 years, it doesn't make me inferior. It just means it gives me some sense of responsibility to start working more on the area of my weakness. And you shouldn't judge me to death. You should support me to rise up to my feet. So these are the basic reasons why many of them get married. And many of them get married for the very wrong reasons. Some just want to have children. One of the greatest trouble that can ever happen to any man or woman is to get married to somebody who just wants a child. Once they get that child or children, marriage is over.
How do you mean? What do you mean?
They are going to frustrate the marriage. They've gotten what they're looking for. It's just like somebody who got married for sex. Once that sex is gotten and they've exhausted all the things in their head over here, they want to look for something else.
Okay, but all right. Looking at it from this point of view now, how do we, move on from this point? Because it seems a lot of persons actually have gotten it wrong. Because a lot of people get married for the very wrong reasons. What are the basics to look out for if you need to talk about getting married?
If you were to get married, you ask yourself why. I just mentioned the basic reasons why that the manual stipulates or states for the reason for marriage. If you can answer the question of why do I want to get married, when somebody comes to you, I want to marry, whether it's a man or a woman, you need to ask yourself, can I have all my reasons met in this person?
All right, in giving me these reasons now, I'm sure we're going to cut across religious crowds.
All the way around. If you go to, okay, some of these religions might not put forth companionship.
Okay.
You will see more of them on procreation. Most of them, you will see them on procreation. The old African method, in the generation that raised us, we have lots of subjugation in marriage. The woman cannot talk. Imagine a woman talking to the husband, advising the woman. The man calls his mother. They bring family meetings to the house and start warning the wife. You don't tell a man when to come to the house, when to go out. You don't tell him if he's free to marry a second wife. He's free to marry as many wives. In our tradition, you see, that idea has made the woman just to be a baby machine. He has no input in the man's destiny. He has no companionship. If he wants counsel, he cannot even take advice from his wife. Because he tell you, oh, yeah, you're a woman rapper when you are listening to your wife. You have to go and listen to your friends who drink themselves to stupor and are never responsible in the house. Women are the ones paying the bills. They pay no bills. So you have those kind of situations.
No, but some people will tell you that we had the same society back then. That because the women are allowed to talk now, some of them seem to have
Under
a
what
voice.
condition?
Under this condition, when you...
Yes, try to reaffirm what you're saying. If you say we had a voice, how many of our mothers were really happy?
No, but happiness can be defined. What you define as happiness, that is the question.
Let me bring it out like this. In the old African way, what kept many of them in marriage was culture.
Okay.
If they had opportunity to make a second decision, if you show them honor in another light, they'll drop this dishonor. So people can stay. That's why I said this intercultural stuff has affected the way we think. And now they want to make correction on an old error. They are blowing it out of proportion. Don't blow it out of proportion. The man remains the head. The woman is not his slave. I don't know if I made myself clear. So for those mothers, just imagine a mother whose child is suffering from maybe some kind of seizure, and the next thing from the culture that comes is that take this child and dump the child, or take the child and drop the child in the evil forest. A woman will not easily sign up for that. Sometimes you see that's when they leave the home.
Mm.
So is she happy? She won't be happy. Okay, what you would call my religious book, which I call my life manual, will tell me that I will stand by her all through, because her problem is our problem. She has not brought me bad luck. We have a challenge in the home, and we sit and stand together to deal with it. But the old tradition is that if this woman is not giving you your child, you get up, go look for another woman to have children with. Or you now dump her. Or after you have two, maybe she's just giving you girls, you dump her. I know a guy who got married to like 4 ladies, all girls. He had concubines, 2 concubines, all girls. It doesn't work like that. That's why I said the old African way had some faults, because it was more on subjugation.
Mm.
The man is the boss. The woman is his servant. For me, that's an error.